Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of Fantastic Five. This week we're counting down the meanest, nastiest, coolest, weirdest, and otherwise best alliances of supervillains in all of comics. Superhero teams are a dime a dozen. If you lived in the pages of a comic, you couldn't throw a dart without hitting an Avengers, a Justice League, a Legion of the Substitute Heroes, or a blood pool. Groups of supervillains who were able to put their differences aside for a common cause or hatred, however, are a little harder to find. There are enough, though, that not quite everyone could make the list. Here's a few teams that just narrowly missed the top 5. The Evil Justice League of Earth 3, the Crime Syndicate of America, Magical Tough Guys, the Wrecking Crew, Dedicated Animal Cosplayers, the Serpent Society, Evil Quartet, the Frightful Four, and Secret Society of Supervillains, the Secret Society of Supervillains. Now on to the top 5. Number 5, the Masters of Evil. The Masters of Evil have a number of things going for them. One, they have a name that pretty much lays it out there that they intend to be the best at being bad. Second, they are the villains at the heart of the best Avengers story ever, Under Siege, in which a new version of the Masters assembles in order to storm Avengers Mansion and overwhelm them with sheer numbers. And thirdly, a later lineup of the team would go on to pose as the heroic Thunderbolts, which serves not only as one of the best pieces of subterfuge, but also one of the best redemption stories in comics history. Number 4, the Rogues. Pretty much any superhero worth their salt has a Rogues gallery, but when you say the Rogues, everyone knows it's gotta be those thorns in the Flash family sides. This affiliation of baddies, usually led by Captain Cold, stand out from the crowd of other supervillain teams in that they don't have any great ambitions to overthrow the world or even to kill the Flash. They are pretty much only interested in money and have shown themselves on multiple occasions to be a pack of honorable thieves. Number 3, the Brotherhood of Evil. Nope, I didn't forget a word. As great and significant as Magneto and his Brotherhood of Evil mutants are, when it comes to great, only in comics ideas, they don't hold a candle to the Doom Patrol's most recurrent foes. Originally led by Brain, a super genius brain in a jar, and featuring Monsieur Mala, a weapons expert gay French gorilla, and the shape-shifting Madame Rouge among others, the Brotherhood only get even more interesting when it evolved into Mr. Nobody's Brotherhood of Dada, bent on showing that the universe is a drooling idiot with no fashion sense, and featuring members like the Quiz, who has every superpower you've never thought of. Number 2, the Suicide Squad. While the original Suicide Squad was a secret government task force of soldiers and scientists whose job was to fight monsters after the disassembling of the Justice Society, the most famous incarnation is the covert strike team of supervillains who are coerced by the government into performing Black Ops missions that are, well, suicidal. With a roster made up of characters such as Deadshot, Bronze Tiger, Captain Boomerang, and a host of minor and expendable villains who dropped like flies all around them, the Suicide Squad might not have fought for truth and justice, but they could be relied on to fight for commuted sentences. And number 1, the Sinister Six. If you ask just about any comics fan which superhero has the best villains, well, okay, they'll probably say Batman, but Batman's villains don't typically team up in groups of more than 2 at a time. And Spider-Man would probably be their second choice, and few villains in his rogues gallery pose a greater threat than the Sinister Six. Although the team has had various rosters since its first appearance in 1964's Amazing Spider-Man Annual Number 1, aka one of the best Spider-Man stories ever, one thing never changes. When 6 villains get together to destroy Spider-Man, the friendly neighborhood wall crawler needs to watch his back. That's all for this week. Join us again next time for 5 more super accurate things. Thanks for watching this episode of Fantastic Fives. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Comics Alliance for more comic facts, and check out comicsalliance.com for more comic awesomeness.